fuck him so good, I got him walking with his chest out. I wish these bitches wanted more talent and less clout. I fall back and just give him some space, cause when you already won, what the fuck is the race? Look at them fucking for raps. Oh, what did this...
Hey guys, it's your girl My Mulan here, and I'm here back with another video. And I just wanted to touch base on, well, this is like it's not really a story time, just, you know, me basically discussing like growing up, dealing with an abusive mom and also abusive siblings. So if you guys know, if you don't know, I'm a mother of 3 and I'm 23 years old. So this is a sensitive topic, but it's good for me to share my story because I know my story helped other people. I get DMs all the time, people hitting me up, letting me know like, hey, your story definitely helped me, I've been through, etc. So I'm gonna keep it going. So let me think of a fucked up time I've been abused. And abuse it's not just physical, it can be mental, it could be financial. I've been through that too. Okay, boom, I actually thought of a quick story time of an example of financial abuse, right? So my mom did that a lot growing up, and that's what's sad because you don't do that to your kids. You know, I have 3 and I can never do that. As crazy as they drive me already, like I could never. Anyways, so I was pregnant in high school. I got pregnant at 17, right? With my firstborn. And I remember I didn't live with my mom. I ended up moving out during my pregnancy. And she wasn't a big fan of that. Like, she was really upset. She's Caribbean, by the way. So I know that would have a lot of people like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because you have a lot of people who grew up in Caribbean households. And they can definitely relate to most of my story times. So anyways, so basically it was senior pictures coming up. I was a senior. So mind you, I got pregnant in the 12th grade. And I would say that was amazing for me because I was like, okay, I'm scared as fuck. I'm about to have a baby or whatever, but I am about to finish school. So at least I got pregnant towards the end of my school year. You know what I'm trying to say? Because shout out to the girls. Shout out to the women that were pregnant and they still have to go to school because they wasn't finished yet. So for example, maybe 7th grade or something like that. You know, because I know that was tough because in my 12th grade, there would be times where I was not going to school, like, and my friends would call me at the time, where you at? Like, you know, why you not in school? But a bitch would be tired. I would be tired. Like, my symptoms with pregnancy would be hungry, tired. That's it. It's a blessing. I never got no type of morning sickness, and I'm very blessed for that. But anyways, so it was senior pictures, right? And I remember calling my mom, telling her like, oh, it has to be, we're having senior pictures. I'm going to need this amount of money, right? And I called her and she, of course, as usual, this is nothing new. She would just be like, oh, I don't have it. And I know some people grow up poor, but in my scenario, that's not the case. She just didn't care enough to make sure I had what I needed. She didn't care that I looked up to par. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the friends I grew up with, it was obvious their parents cared about them and their looks. Because it shows. But me, on the other hand, I'm not ugly in the face, but it's obvious I don't have that type of parent that cares how my shoes look, how my hair look, how my clothes look. She just sent me off to school. She didn't care. My appearance didn't care to her. It didn't matter to her. So anyways, yeah. So I called her. I'm telling her I'm gonna need this such amount of money. And hold on. Sorry, y'all. So my daughter had called me. So yeah. So anyways, I told her I'm gonna need this such amount of money. She kept saying, oh, I don't have it. I can't afford it. Blah, blah, blah. Mind you, she could have, if I'm not mistaken, it was like $25, $30. If it was more, my old friends, y'all could comment and let me know, right? Or people who went to the school. But I know I'm not bugging. It's just pictures. It wasn't no $100. So anyways, now I tell my school, like, you know, my mom's saying she don't have the money, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, my hair's not done. So mind you, it's not even just about the pictures. Now you gotta make sure your daughter got her hair done. She got her nails done. She got a nice outfit to wear to school. See, when it comes to real parents, like me as a mom, I know for a fact when my kids, when this time comes, in pre-K, kindergarten, whatever you want to call it, when it's time for picture day, they're going to look up to par because it matters to me. Their appearance matters to me. It's actually a pride thing when it comes to my kids. That's why now that I'm a mom, I start to see a lot of things, and I realize, like, my mom, damn, she didn't give a fuck, did she? Like, I started to realize so much. But anyways, right? So now my school's like, okay, we can reschedule the pictures and you can go to the studio. They gave me the address and everything. So I'm like, okay, cool. So since she don't have it now, maybe she'll have it next week, right? So I'm hoping that's what's gonna happen. So now I tell her, oh, I don't have it. Now it's a new date. So, you know, I'm not watching your money, but I'm pretty sure you got paid because the whole other week that they made for you to give me the money so I can go take my pictures. So she claims she don't have it. She don't have the money. She can't. She doesn't have it. She can't. And she's always told me that since a little girl. She can never do shit for us. And it's not that you can't. You don't want to. You don't want to and you don't care to. You don't care how your daughter goes to school. And that's very sad. You should be ashamed of yourself. And this is not a bash my mother thing because I know a lot of family members, they put that in her head and shit like that. I mean, they just mad because I'm sharing my story. And it's like, why can't I share my pain? Like, you didn't have to go through it. So anyways, now it's senior picture day. Because they told us this ahead of time. We had to put in the money. So now when senior pictures come, it's time to take your pictures. So I never forget it. I remember like it was yesterday. I came to school. I had some dreads in my hair. An old friend did dreads in my hair, right? But it was time to take the dreads out. It wasn't cute enough for no pictures. So, anyway, I got a scarf around my head, right? And I remember, like it was yesterday, my friends was like, at the time, my friends were like, bitch, why you got a scarf on your head? It's picture day. And when you're embarrassed and you go up with parents who don't give a fuck about you, you start to realize I had to play it off quick because it was embarrassing. Like I didn't want to tell my friends like, oh, my mom said blah blah blah. Even though they knew most of my situation, I didn't want to tell them that. So I kind of just played it off. They're gonna see this video, I'm sure. Old friends will be like, wow, that's crazy. But I was like, oh shit, it's picture day. I was playing dumb. I knew it was picture day, but like I said, I was just too embarrassed. That's all. And I'm keeping it a buck. Like I was embarrassed. Like it's embarrassing to have parents who don't give a fuck about you and they send you to school looking like shit. Because that was my scenario. Like that's another story. But people thought I was in love with Converses. But really, the real truth is that's all my mother put on my feet. You really think I like wearing the same shoe? Or maybe 2 pairs of the same shoe? You really think I like doing that? I don't like doing that. That's the type of mother I got. She don't give a fuck. She gonna send me to school with the same shoes so they fall off my feet. But that's another story time. So anyways, yeah. So now it's picture day and my friends is like, bitch, why you got a scarf on your head? You have to go take pictures. And mind you, it's embarrassing because I had a friend at the time who was pregnant too. You know what I'm saying? And she popped out. She looked beautiful and all that. As she should, right? As her parents should, or as she should. I know she was working, so she probably was able to support herself. But I'm pretty sure even if she wasn't working, her mom would have held it down. Because like I said, I was around people who had great parents. They take care of them. They make sure they look good all the time. So I'm pretty sure she would have popped out anyway. So she had her makeup done, shit like that. And now I'm the other pregnant girl in school. And I know when you're pregnant, they really expect me to pop out. You know what I'm trying to say? So it was embarrassing. I had a scarf on my head. And I was like, yeah, I don't have the money, so my school felt really bad for me and shit like that. Shout out to my school. It was International Studies. Now the name is Borum Hill. I don't know why they changed it that. I'm still jacking my high school as International Studies. They definitely held down my pregnancy. One of my teachers threw me a baby shower and everything. I love them. Like I will never forget what y'all did for me. Yeah. So yeah. So my mom never sent the money. So now I'm in school looking like shit, pregnant and all, belly out, looking like shit, right? And of course I don't look bad in the face because I'm not an ugly girl, but it doesn't matter. Like, I need my hair done. I'm supposed to have my makeup done. It's picture day. So, yeah, my mom didn't care. Unfortunately, she didn't give a fuck. She sent me to school just like that. Yeah. So now, you know, I'm watching everybody take pictures. And for me, I'm just like, damn, like, I could never participate in anything. Like, I just can't stand that I have a mom who don't give a fuck. Because, yeah, some people's scenario is like, yeah, your mom just might not have it. But my mom has it. She's not rich, but she have it. And think about it. A parent that love you, even if they don't have it, by next week, they going to find a way to make it. To give it to you. That's a fact. That's a fact. Like, you know how they say, like, black mothers make shit happen regardless? That comes from maybe she's struggling this week, but since the school told her, for example, she can pay for your picture next week, that real mom is going to make sure she has the money next week. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's obvious my mom didn't give a fuck. And now that's financial abuse. Like, if you ask me, my mom enjoyed the fact of seeing me struggle, especially since I was pregnant. Like, I felt like it was a punishment, but then again, it wasn't a punishment. Because when I remember being since a kid, she been sending me to school looking like shit. Sending me to school with braids in my hair, and sometimes I'll be so embarrassed of sending me. And mind you, it wasn't cute braids; it was meat meal braids. Why am I going to school like that? I'm a little girl. I'm supposed to be, you know, with the cute little tutus and the pom-poms, the cute ponytails with some beads in my hair. She didn't send me to school like that. So now my self-esteem is low. In elementary, my self-esteem was definitely low. Especially because when I think about it, I was around people who would pretend to be my friend, but they judged me at the same time, right? So now I don't even fuck with a lot of people. It's no beef or nothing like that, but my thing is this. Like, if you don't support me and shit like that, then we don't need to be friends. How you my friend but you don't support me? But anyway, that's another story, right? I just got a lot of shit on my chest that I'm just... But yeah, so that's an example of financial abuse. Like, if you have a parent, and let's say, I don't know, they wanted you to wear a shirt that was yellow and you decided to wear black, right? But since you refused to wear the color shirt, for example, that they wanted you to wear, they're not going to send you money to go to school. Now they're going to send you to school broke. That's financial abuse. A lot of y'all go through that and y'all probably don't even know that it's abuse, but it is. It is, and that's not okay. Because how you say you love me, but you allow me to struggle? I'm a mother of 3. I swear sometimes I don't even know how I make it, but I know it's because that man upstairs, God is amazing. And with him, anything is possible. But, like, I would never just allow them to go to school looking any type of way. Like, and like I said, it's also a pride thing within myself. Because it matters to me. Like, if y'all not looking right, then what am I doing? Like, why you look like that? Like, I'm surprised it didn't bother my mom. Like, my mom sometimes, excuse, that's my kids playing back there. What are y'all doing? Hold on. My bad, y'all. My kids be OZing, but I kind of forgot what I was saying. But yeah, like, I know I was making an example. So, like, if you don't do something that your parent may want you to do, and now they're like, oh, I'm not going to give you any money to eat for school, shit like that, that's financial abuse. You're not supposed to do that. Because regardless of how you feel, you take care of your child.